Good morning and welcome back to the Daggerwin Multifarm server with Freddy. You catch me this morning just after I finished all my normal jobs, all the daily tasks I do when I log in each and every day. And one thing I can say, happy with the cut sugar beet. Well done to everybody involved in that, because I appreciate it is not a quick job. But water. Water. And those that watched yesterday will know this is exactly what I'm talking about. Come on guys, let's get the water filled up. We need it. Anyway, enough of a rant. I thought today you've seen enough of me doing daily tasks because I've done 2 videos on it now. That's enough with that for now. Let's show you something else I get up to. The lovely John Deere 9RX. My favourite tractor at the moment. Well, my favourite tractor for this job anyway, because power. Need power. What I'm going to do is pull a few trees into the sawmill. I know somebody wasn't happy because Freddy's made a mess. You've seen nothing yet. Trust me. That's not a mess, that was just me having fun. No, RX, I love this implement. I think I was the one that bought it actually. The winch that's on the back of the 9RX. I love it for 2 reasons. Number 1, you can store your chainsaw in it. Sexy. Number 2, you can play tug a tree. With me. Nope, doesn't want to come because of the stump. So, plan B. I said plan B. You can also use the back of it to shove a tree. Now there is limitations to this tool, which anybody that's been on this server for a little bit will understand. Max weight of towing with this winch is 6.6 tons. That's all it can tow. But you can hook up multiple trees. Now, I'm not sure on the limit. On 22 it was 3. And of course I get hooked on the side. Love tree physics. The one thing I have noticed with tree physics in 25, the AI traffic do not care about the tree, they only care about your tractor. So it will try and shove the tree, and if you're attached to it, it will send you flying. It cares not. As you can see, the 9RX makes a lovely job. Pull that in a bit actually. Yes, you can winch in and winch out to give you a bit more slack or a bit less slack depending on what you need at the time. The good thing with trees, I've discussed this before, you do not need the tree completely in the trigger. You only need a bit of it. Any bit that you can actually process with a chainsaw in the trigger. Boom, done. There's nearly 10,000 litres. Nice. Remember rightly, this sawmill goes through between 20 and 30,000 litres of wood per month. It'd be hungry. Bit like Freddy's chainsaw, is hungry permanently. It cares not of tree variety or anything like that, it just wants to be fed. The good thing is, it does make good products, and those good products sell for good money. Pull that a bit close. Oh, grabbed the chainsaw by mistake. What I'll do is try and demonstrate here, see if we can actually get 2 of these in tow. There is a limitation to the amount of winch rope that is available, which I think might be the other deciding factor. So the trick is, get it as close as possible to the next thing you want to winch, like about there. Let's see if I can do this. You can see max rope, and physics wants to play silly. Of course, because of that. Now stay. Oh, it doesn't like me today. Joy of tree physics. They never behave when you want them to. So we'll demonstrate on a smaller tree. There we go, 2 trees. I've done 3 trees so far on 25. I'm not... In fact, no, I've done 4 actually. Telling lies, I have actually done 4 trees on 1 winch rope. They were all small because weight is a problem. The oak trees that we have cut down already do not go on this winch because they are over 6.6 tons. So they don't like it. So I tend to use the telehandler for that, and I tend to just shove them about towards the trigger. The problem we got at the moment, there's a lot of Japanese and other trees in the way, so they don't like it. Just wait for those other trees to grow. They can be cut down and processed as well. Ah! Hold on a sec. Somebody planted a tree at the edge of my field. Oh, sacrilege. I've got to wait for it to fully grow as well. I'm going to get somebody for that. Somebody needs to be punished. Teasing Freddy. It's not a good thing. Someone's been busy cutting this grass field again. We are actually going to turn these 3 grass fields, 34, 35 and 44, into a forest. No, we don't want the stump. Ah, there we go, it's an oak tree. It's too big, 6.6 tons. As you can see, I'll do this again. American elm. Too big. There's 2 solutions here. Get the telehandler, or grab the chainsaw. Now somebody else has actually done a study. And it's not actually worthwhile in Farming Sim 25 currently of trimming up all the branches. Okay, tree. Thank you. We're just going to chop this up into 3 section pieces, and we'll be able to tug it. Probably it's going to take a couple of runs, but yeah. Right. See if I can grab. There's one. And each rope is too long. little bit. It's a bit far out for my liking. About there. I like it to have a little bit of slack so it's got a bit of room to manoeuvre around. So that gives it the opportunity to bounce around some things. But not so much slack that it starts to annoy me. Nope, that's not going to work. Right, okay. So we'll drop this piece off and we'll come back for another piece. Simples. Yeah, you can see on the left there, there's some oak trees that are currently sat between some Japanese trees. The Japanese can't pronounce it properly. Zilonkas, I think it is, off the top of my head. Some American elm and other trees mixed in with that group. Some kind person has gone and planted some more oak trees as well. There we go, nearly 20,000 litres. We did make a big purchase yesterday after Ali jumped on, after I'd finished my video. And we bought field 24. Thank you, rain, you finally stopped. That was full of sugar beet. This has now been harvested and turned into cut sugar beet. Which, how you do that, for anybody that doesn't know, is you get a front loader tractor with an attachment that cuts the sugar beet. Cut sugar beet is worth more than sugar beet. Not just a little bit either. Okay, that's not going to work. I'm going to have to do it in 3 sections. Okie dokie. It is what it is. No point fretting about it. Just get it done. Yeah, so looking at the max price, sugar beet on its own was £197 per 1,000 litres, and we are on hard economy, by the way, for anybody that might be watching and going, mine on easy is, we're on hard. The reason the server plays on hard is to keep our progress slower. So it means we don't run out through the maps too quickly, because a lot of our guys are really overproductive. On easy, it would just be way too easy for us. So we bumped the difficulty, or the economy, up to hard, which slows us down, makes the maps last longer, makes it a bit more challenging for the farm managers as well, because you've got to manage your money quite well. You need a reasonable amount in the bank, but you also want to upgrade both your land and your equipment and ensure you've got enough tractors and everything else for everybody. It is a hard job to try and please everybody. The simple rule of it, you cannot please everybody. It is impossible. I've been wanting a tractor this size for a while to use for this sort of work. We've been needing one for the farm for a bit, but we just didn't have the money. Thankfully, we picked this one up in a sale. I actually got a really good deal on it. So that's why it's always worth. I see you coming, cart. We shall wait for you, see which way you're going. Right, you're turning that way. Right, you turn that way. I'm going. Nope, leave my tree alone. Yeah, so we've eventually got there. I don't pester the farm managers for tractors or tools. If I'm asked my opinion, I give it. If I'm not asked my opinion, I let them crack on. But I do try and consider what a lot of people want to be doing as well. Not everybody wants to be doing forestry. Not everyone wants to be doing root crops. A lot of people hate them because they're slow. The trouble is, they are the best earners in the game. Cut sugar beet currently is one of the top earners in FS25. It's not overly difficult to do, but it is overly repetitive, and doing a field that size takes quite a while it is not a quick process. I appreciate that. We've got to be doing what's going to make the farm money. I'm not going to get that one. So I'll go for a quick tow. I think there's a log. I'm sure I saw a soul log kicking around here somewhere. Good thing with grass, you can drive over at any growth stage. It doesn't make a difference. Same with root crops. You do not need narrow tyres to go over root crops. Same with your vegetables. Like carrots, parsnips, you do not need narrow tyres. Things like soybeans, our lovely regrown soybean field there. Oh, that's too far away. We should solve that problem. Yes, our lovely replanted soybean field. You do require narrow tyres to drive over it, otherwise you are going to destroy the crop, because we do have crop destruction on. We play with it because it does add a level of more realism, and you've got to be careful driving around your fields. You can't just shortcut over every field. Whilst I'm playing with single player ones, I always play with crop destruction on. I don't ever turn it off. Same with requiring periodic ploughing. Always turned on. We have it turned on the server. Don't have it always, but we do for this one. Same with stones, weeds. I have everything turned on when I'm playing with single player ones. We do not have weeds on this server. We do not have seasons, because that allows for, especially whilst the other team are not on, their crops don't wither, die out, and then they're losing money because they're not playing at the same time we are. The server is up 24/7. You're able to jump on no matter what time of day or night. Me, myself, I play very early hours of the morning normally. Or if I happen to be on one of my days off, I start usually quite late. About 8-9 o'clock PM time in the UK, and I play through so about 6-7 o'clock in the morning. But that's just me. There are plenty of guys that play, well, the majority of the guys play daytime. I don't. I do appreciate their work, and I try and leave the farm in a reasonable condition where they can jump on and just crack on with jobs. Like, I'm not doing the soybeans this time. I'm going to leave them for them. Let them harvest them. I appreciate they don't want to just be planting a field every single day that I end up harvesting for them. They want to be able to harvest it too. It's something we discovered because I ran a night crew on one of the FS22 maps we had. And the night crew got very fed up of just planting and sorting all the fields out every single day for the day crew to come along, harvest them all, then leave them for us to sort out on the night time again. So we had a little chat on Discord, and they appreciated, and we sort of did half and half in the end. We'd do half the fields, harvesting, replant. We'd harvest half the fields, leave the remainder for them, and plant half the fields, so they came into a half and half as well. It worked for a bit. The only reason it stopped working is people stopped playing in the end. They got bored of where we were progression wise and thought it was time for a new map, and the admins agreed in the end and went, okay, new map. And it didn't take that long. Maps currently for the server, for those that don't play on the server, are by community vote. Poll goes up, list of maps, usually by recommendations from players. Generally, maps we haven't done tend to be the ones that get picked. If it's something we've done, even though it's been a good map, even a successful map, we try not to repeat the same maps over and over and over. It gets boring. We try and get variety. We've had big flat American maps, we've had custom maps, we've had tight UK road maps, we've had all sorts. Okay, that's too heavy for that. So it wasn't the length of the rope there. I was perfectly able to reach that far. It's just the weight of the trees exceeded. Go on, yes! 9RX power! Just exceeded the weight of the implement. I wish it was a bit higher than 6.6 tons, but hey, can't get everything you want. And what we were doing for the stumps, for those that are interested, we did have a stump grinder. We now have a mulcher. Oh, excuse me. So we're mulching the stumps rather than stump grinding, because especially for the oak stumps, they're a pain to stump grind. Having done it myself, they're an absolute nightmare. You've got to get just the right angle to be able to get rid of them, and it takes far, far too long. Over the mulcher, it's, yeah, let's drive over it. Oh look, stump's gone. $54,000 litres of wood now, so as you can see, it doesn't take too long to build it up. A little bit of perseverance. It's not the funnest job in the world, but it gets it all going. And we make a heck of an amount of money off of the sawmill running. So it makes sense to keep it running. Because the more it runs, the more money we make. The more money we make, the more money we can spend. As a good old saying goes, money makes the world go round. I know some people may find with the log fork on a telehandler they're quicker at doing this than I am with the winch. I just prefer to do it this way. It's the same old, it's personal preference. Use what works for you, not what works for somebody else. I know Daggerwin actually likes to... Yep, thought as much. Daggerwin actually likes to use the telehandler for it. And he's pretty proficient at it, to be fair. I prefer the winch. I've tried with the telehandler, I can do it. Not very proficient with it, but I can do it. But I just prefer the winch. It's my preferred tool of choice. Now the peak for sugar beet cut is actually next month, so we should be able to free up all our trailers next month. Make a tidy little profit. So I'm not sure exactly how much we've got litre wise. We've got bits here, bits there. Still a load more to pick up as well. Addy and the day team have done a quite cracking job. We're getting it all sorted. So I know it's not particularly easy. I just gave the information this morning when we were discussing it that cut sugar beet is actually worth more than standard sugar beet, and that cutting it isn't a humongously lengthy process. Takes a little bit of time, yes, but the value it adds to it for the price we paid for the tool, I think has been well worth it. On top we finally got a manure spreader as well, by the look of it. So the manure we're making from the cows, fertiliser for our fields. And the main reason we're not using the BGA to get digestate is the freaking cost of the BGA. Let's have a look. BGA. To buy it, just shy of £2 million. I can definitely think on better things to spend that £2 million on than a BGA. Will we not get it at all? I don't know. We may get it given time. Just at the moment, the additional profit and we can make off additional land and better implements outweigh the need for the BGA. We're making good profit just off of the productions we currently have, as well as the fields we currently have for crops. With the productions we currently have, I'd say we're making about £50,000–60,000 a month if they are all running. Keeping them all running, that's some work. You've got to keep the sawmill fed, the cows fed, the sheep fed. You've got to move the wool pallets. You've got to move the milk around. You've got to ensure those waters are filled up. It's all little things, but if everybody chips in a little bit, like fill a tanker up and drop it off when you first log on and do it again just before you log off, that thing would stay pretty much full the majority of the time. If everybody just did one tanker, it would make a massive difference, and it would not take long to get it full and keep it full. One tanker is not a lot. I've actually left one filling up from my daily tasks. I'm going to drop it off before I log off. I may even do a second because we are getting that low. Because I do want it to carry on. Because those productions are making us money. That money has funded things like this. Another one we were discussing this morning. Addy wants to get into wool. Oh, sorry, not wool, cotton. Wants a cotton harvester. I'm not opposed. Want a rope maker to go with it. Again, not opposed. These things make money. We're talking about the cement factory as well. Purchasing that. That's a fair old expenditure. £370,000 I think it is, if memory serves right. Let me just double check because I know exactly where it is. Cement factory. £370,000, bang on the nose. There is some good money that can be made from productions, but you've got to be able to work them. That's the thing, it's balancing being able to work it, keep it working. Because it's only working a little bit, you're not really making money off it. You're actually losing money from the money you've invested and the production cost of running it. The cement factory can pay for itself quite comfortably, but it's got to be going. It's got to be working. 71,000 litres. So there we go. I've done, what, 25 minutes of moving trees around, and we've got nearly 2 months worth of wood sat in the sawmill, ready to go. And the sawmill is, I say it's running actually, I didn't actually check if it's still actually running. I should really do that. Yep, it's running. I spy another tree we can grab. Off in the distance by the soybeans. I spy two. I spy a bale sat in a field as well. That's the other thing, bales. It has been a long-standing thing on Farming Simulator. Bales sitting around cause lag in large quantities. We currently have quite a number of bales sat outside because we originally didn't have room for them in the bale storage that we had because it was full. It is now working its way down. I think it's time to get them moved. It'll help server performance. And it'll help with everybody's lag as well. Some people suffer with it more than others. Depends where in the world you are, what your latency is, what your internet is. Mine at the moment is pretty good. My computer runs good. I'm running very, very high spec farming simulator. I can actually play Grand Theft Auto 5 at full max graphic settings at 60 frames a second quite comfortably. But that's because I do play other games that are more resource intensive for a PC than what Farming Simulator is. On the plus side, I can play Farming Simulator on its maximum graphic settings quite comfortably. So it's been a lovely byproduct, even though Farming Simulator is my main game. But I do like it when I play other games to be able to enjoy them at a reasonable level. What I do play with one of my real life mates is Space Marine 2. Both Warhammer 40,000 fanatics. Both been into it for a very, very long time. And we both enjoy playing together. Always have done. And we complement each other's playstyles pretty darn well. We've been playing together for, crikey, best part of nearly 18 years now. Long old time. And we still don't get bored of each other's company. Mainly because we're both nutters. Shout out to my mate Sandman there. Because we are both nutters. And we both know it. So yeah, if we can get those silage bales moved down, that will help with server performance. That one's going to have to be moved by telehandler, because although it's our tree, not currently on our land, which means it needs to be moved onto our land to be able to be cut. Once it can be cut, it can be transported. Damn you trees that are sitting outside of our land. I want to be able to cut you down. Missed that turning a little. Okay, something else would be good for some players that are not familiar with it. So if you are a player that's not overly familiar with how the server runs, the silos we use. The reason we do get these pretty early on, pretty much as soon as available, is so that you do not require somebody with permissions to buy things to be able to get seed and fertiliser. So here we go, our solid fertiliser tank was empty when I jumped on, now has 10,000 litres. Anybody that has access to the server, as long as we've got the money for it, go over here, R on the keyboard, or whatever the relevant control is for you, and buy some fertiliser. We can all buy it. We all have permission. Fertiliser here. A fuel tank just over here. That was running desperately low. 78 litres when I logged on this morning. Now just short of 10,000 litres because we always need diesel. Seed one over here. If we're short, just top it up. I shall show you. 4,909. That's had another 5,000 litres of seed. Do you want to buy? Yes, I do. There we go. Now, yes, I could have bought that in bags. But I don't need to. They're there. It's good. Speaking of the cut sugar beet, this is the cut sugar beet attachment. It's a rented machine for ours because we're not planning to do sugar beet long term. Currently. We have this trailer, 37,500 litres of cut sugar beet. This trailer, 59,299 litres of cut sugar beet. On top of that, over here at the edge of the field, we have a good pile of cut sugar beet. Won't be as impressive as others' piles of cut sugar beet, but it's good for us. And yes, Addy, I have spied these trees. Because I watched the farmland. Yes, they're coming down. Oh, we got that section too. Excellent. Same as we are planning to buy field 23 as well, at some point soon. Or some point in the near future, and combine 23 and 25. That's going to be a nice tasty field that we'll be looking at in the future. If you're asking what the other side are up to, they've actually bought field 85. Congratulations to them. Nice to see them expanding and active. And currently, yes, we are trouncing them. For those who are interested to join the server, details can be found on our Discord. You just need to join Discord, select the relevant role for our multi-farm. You can actually jump on the multi-farm itself with the password that is on Discord. In fact, I don't think there is a password for this server actually. There's only a password for the farms. So you can have a look at both farms and decide which one you want to join. You join that farm, and that gives you the password to the farm. It is that simple. Okay, so I shall leave the video here for today. A bit shorter one, but hopefully you guys enjoy it. If you do, please give us a like. Got any questions, comments, anything? I'm happy to hear from you. So until next time, Freddy saying, see you later.